Everyone loves an OP reincarnation story where the MC transmigrates to another world. If you're, into this and you've read all the Japanese mangas, maybe you should check these out. Korean Manhwas, of course. They're just as good and fun to read. Sometimes even better. If you're also a fan of Japanese mangas who loves OP reincarnation stories, then you would love Korean Manhwas as well. We have compiled a list of 10 manhwas and manhwas that are very similar to the two first parts of the series. So go check out those if you want more recommendations. Number 10. Doctor's Rebirth. This is a pretty good manhwa. The MC is smart and he acts like a real human being, which would be pretty cool. It's quite enjoyable, to be honest, and I had been abroad to do medical and volunteer work. When I was swept up in the Civil War, I was killed by a rebel soldier while taking a bullet for a patient. But when I finally woke up, I'd become a child? Damn. And in front of me stood a destroyed carriage and a group of oddly dressed people who were unconscious. As I hurried to perform first aid in an attempt to save even one person, I realized that this world is that of a grim novel who I've enjoyed reading. The plot is quite classic. Number 9. Accomplishments of the Duke's Daughter. Iris, an automate game addict with no time for romance, gets hit by a truck after getting out of work. But instead of dying, she finds herself in the world of games she'd played just hours earlier. However, she's not reborn as the game's protagonist, the main heartthrob of the harem. Instead, she starts her new life as the antagonist right at the moment she's being sent to live in a nunnery for the rest of her life. Number 8. Caught by the Villain. A lifetime as a fencing prodigy prepared Manhwa for her new role as a Selena Evan, novel side character and daughter of a renowned swordsman. Life isn't actually so bad. After being sucked into a fictional world, but she's doomed to meet an untimely death if she can't escape the clutches of the villainous Prince Ignis. When Selena's twin brother Celestine runs away before his military conscription, she has no any choice but to enlist under the name to avoid getting her entire family executed. But hiding her identity won't be so easy, to be honest. Number 7. Precious daughter of the greatest martial arts villain. I've become part of the wuxia novel as Lihua, the thoughtful and gentle daughter of Chuanma, who is also the ultimate villain, known as the Demon King and ruthless leader of the demonic sect. He resorts to a kidnapping and other nefarious deeds to make sure a boy named A.K. Wurion never reaches his full potential. Wurion doesn't seem that bad, but I know he'll one day exact his revenge on my father. That includes me. Can I escape the clutches of my father's enemies and my doomed destiny before it's too late? Number 6. The villainess wants to marry a commoner. A very well-written, realistic plot. After reincarnating, I found myself as a villainess in an anime game I often played in my past life. The world of love, magical. Although I reincarnated as the villainess Isabella, having memories of my past life, if I let the scenario play out as I did in the game, I'd be going down the execution route. To free myself from the worst possible ending, my noble bottle of battles begins. However, can this overly unusual villainess rewrite the ruin route awaiting her? Number 5. I'm in love with the villainess. This manga is really good. Honestly, this is hilarious. Ordinary office worker Ohashi Rei wakes up in the body of a protagonist of her favorite anime game, Revolution. To her delight, the first person to greet her is also her favorite character, Claire Francois, the main character antagonist of the story. Now, Rei is determined to romance Claire instead of the game's male lead. Number 4. Release That Witch. The story was unique and reasonably good. A modern-day engineer is transmigrated to a different world where he becomes a prince. His surroundings remind him of a medieval Europe, but it's not quite the same. In this world, witches actually exist and they have real magic powers. Magic powers, that can be used as a productive force. The witches might be saved, their powers must be liberated though. Number 3. By the Grace of the Gods. This is definitely a must-read with good points and bad points. Slime's up for one recently deceased, middle-aged businessman. When the gods reincarnate him in another world as a boy with magical powers, he discovers that magical tamed slime are an untapped natural resource. Upon his sudden death, middle-aged otaku businessman Ryoma Takebayashi finds himself in a curious situation. Three gods request his corporation in their divine plot, which requires him to reincarnate in another world as a young boy. Equipped with magic, young Ryoma undertakes a carefree existence in the forest. And when he encounters slimes like those in the video games from his former life, Ryoma uses his newfound magical powers to get creative with his research. Number 2. Villainous level 99. I may be the hidden boss, but I'm not the demon lord. I reincarnated into the villainous Umiela from an RPG or Otomi game. In the main story, Umiel's merely a side character, but after the ending, she re-enters the story as a hidden boss, a character on par to the heroes with her high status. Lighting a fire in the gamer's soul, I'm taking advantage of being left on my own in my own parents' territory. I train, and at the end of my training, by the time I entered the academy, I managed to reach level 99. Though I had planned to live out my days as inconspicuously and peacefully as possible soon after entering the school. I'm suspected by the heroine, and I love these. I'm kidding. The love interest, of course, are suspecting me as well of being the demon lord. That is quite interesting if you think about it. If the demon lord is who I am, how would the world react? This is a pretty good one. It's got a great art style. It's got the great colors. It's generally very I wouldn't say addicting, but I think it's a very nice one. I mean, I recommend it to all of you. If you don't give this one a try, you guys are missing out. It's a very loser thing to do. So, excuse me, check it out. Thank you. Number 1, Crimson Karma. Casiel del Roman is a soldier crafted to become an assassin. She lost her human emotions long ago and lived her life as a simple tool, just to be thrown away in her final moments. She couldn't even die a proper death as she opened her eyes to a battlefield of a different world. Will she live the same life she did in her original world? Or how does it work? What do you guys think? I generally want all your opinions on this one. Tell me, do you think things are going the way it's supposed to go, or do you think things are going the opposite way? You see, these are the top 10 lists where things go insane. These are, of course, part of a series, but you have to understand, in Crimson Karma, it's not just a story. It's like a poetic story that I like, and I recommend to all of you. But if you don't read it, it's your loss, folks. Great art style, great stories, great characters, interesting. That's why it's on number 1. Duh! Number 1! That's all for today. I hope you all enjoy the video. If you do, give this video a like and share it with your friends and family, and also subscribe for more Top 10. We Love Anime is signing out, and my name is Zeta Khan, and I'm the voice of the voiceless. See you next time tomorrow at the same time. Ciao. Peace out, folks.